Unusual life scientific discoveries in October-November. 6. Sperm violating Newton's third law of motion. According to Newton's third law, for every action there is an equal but opposite reaction. In other words, for every force that one object applies to another, the other object will respond with an equal but opposite force. Scientists revealed mechanical interactions in human sperm cells that are non-reciprocal, which they called odd elasticity. Sperm cells use their hair-like tail, called flagella, to propel forward by constantly changing shape as they move within the surrounding fluid. The movement of the flagella doesn't give rise to an opposite response by the fluid environment, thereby violating Newton's third law. According to the study, the higher the odd elasticity, the greater the flagellum's ability to lead to energy loss, and therefore the better the ability to move forward in a manner that defies the law. 5. Birth of a lab-born chimeric monkey. A chimeric animal is an organism born with cells derived from two or more parents with distinct DNA. Scientists have reported the birth of a chimeric male monkey with shiny green eyes and yellow glowing fingertips, resulting from stem cells taken from two embryos. The embryos are from genetically distinct but the same species of monkey, the crab-eating macaque. To produce the monkey, researchers used stem cells from a 7-day-old embryo. These cells were injected into embryos that were 4 to 5 days old. The embryos were then implanted into surrogate female macaques, leading to 6 live births out of 12 pregnancies. One baby was born alive and survived for 10 days. A high proportion of donor cells were present in the newborn monkey at birth. On average, 67% of the 26 distinct tissue types were present. 4. Online video conversations decrease brain activity. Online video discussions and meetings have become increasingly popular since the enforcement of their use during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, human physical interactions have their own benefits as the brain cells fine-tune to process facial information during in-person encounters. Researchers observed the responses of the brain systems of two people having a face-to-face encounter and compared them to those of a conversation via Zoom. They found that brain signals were significantly reduced in Zoom conversations compared to in-person encounters. A better synchronized neuronal activity between the brains of those having face-to-face conversations suggested a higher level of reciprocal exchange of information between interacting individuals in person. Natural social interactions that occur unconditionally during face-to-face interactions are less visible or missing during Zoom conversations. 3. Monkey survived over 2 years with a transplanted pig kidney. Humans with organ illnesses that require transplantation are always at risk of dying due to the lack of adequate donors to meet the rising demand for organ donation. One promising alternative to this shortage is xenotransplantation, which involves taking organs from one species, like a pig, and transplanting them into another species, such as a human. After years of trials, scientists started to see some success. Last year, a man with heart failure survived for 2 months after receiving a heart from a gene-edited pig. Recently, another man has now survived for 3 weeks and still counting after receiving a heart transplant from a similar gene-edited pig. Similarly, kidneys from gene-edited pigs have functioned well for 2 months when transplanted into individuals with brain problems. Although these are promising results, the aim is to have xenotransplanted organs work well for years in human bodies. In an attempt to achieve this, scientists turned their work to monkeys, which are closely related to humans. They made a series of edits to the pig genome, involving the removal of genes, the addition of some human genes, and the disabling of others related to viruses. Kidneys from the gene-edited pigs were transplanted into monkeys whose kidneys were removed. Eventually, 5 monkeys lived for at least 1 year, while one survived for a little over 2 years. Although this was quite promising, there is still a long way to go to match human-to-human organ transplants, which have a survival rate of 20-25 years with animal-to-human organ transfers. 2. Red hair linked to pain sensitivity. Red hair, mostly present in colder climates, is believed to confer an increase in the synthesis of vitamin D through the rapid absorption of ultraviolet radiation from the sun. However, whether red-haired individuals are more sensitive to pain and opium has been debated for many years. Previous observations have shown that individuals with red hair require more anesthesia for sedation than others. Scientists have found that redheads are more sensitive to pain but have a higher threshold level of pain. Redheads initially remain insensitive to pain before reaching a higher threshold level, but then become more intensely sensitive than others. Red hair is produced by a mutation in the MC1R gene, which produces the pigment melanin. This mutation causes red-haired individuals to produce a smaller amount of another compound called POMC, which affects sensitivity to pain and analgesics by controlling the receptors. When POMC abundance is reduced, pain thresholds increase and sensitivity rises. 1. Maximum age to live. When it comes to life expectancy, it is always interesting and challenging to uncover, as there are many elements involved. Lifestyle choices such as exercise, diet, smoking, and alcohol consumption, which can be controlled by individuals, all play a role in one's life expectancy. However, aging comes with wear and tear that is uncontrollable. Nonetheless, many elderly people in their 90s still look better than some in their 60s and have been shown to stand out. A study involving 75,000 people examined the age at which they died in the last 35 years. Instead of studying general life expectancy, the researchers focused on determining how long an individual could live if they adopted a healthier lifestyle and if their life was not cut short by other circumstances, such as illness. They revealed that a person's lifespan plateaus in their 90s. Although people can live longer, and women have a slightly higher lifespan than men, one revelation showed that it is unlikely to live beyond 115 years, with women having a maximum of 115.7 years and men having a maximum of 114.1 years. Thanks for watching, and comments on which is most interesting for you.